Hey everyone, welcome to a deep dive into a skincare combo that's got everyone talking snail mucin and castor oil.
Yeah, I know, right? It's kind of like, huh, what?
Right, like snail mucin, seriously.
Yeah,
But there's a reason why this is trending everywhere.
it's true. You see it on the blogs and TikTok. It's really interesting.
Yeah, so today we're going to figure out why, by the end of this, you'll know what the science says about them, why people are combining them, and some tips to try them yourself. Oh, and hey, you can find links to purchase both of those in this episode's description.
Awesome.
Okay, so we've got castor oil. It's been around forever.
Yeah.
Right? An ancient remedy that's like making a
Oh.
big comeback. Like
Yeah.
this blog post, we have castor oil, nature's gift, really gets into like the natural healing aspect of it.
Yeah, and castor oil's like main thing is ricinoleic acid, which is this fatty acid that's known for its anti-inflammatory moisturizing properties. So right away, we're talking about something that can soothe and hydrate the skin.
Okay, and then there's snail mucin,
Mm.
which I've got to admit sounds kind of out there. But this TikToker we have is like totally obsessed with it, especially when you combine it with castor oil. She's saying it's the secret to glass skin. You know, that like super dewy, luminous look.
And it's really interesting because snail mucin has all these humectants, like hyaluronic acid.
Yep.
And humectants are like those moisture magnets. They draw water from the air and lock it into your skin.
Ah, so they give you that like plump look.
Exactly, that plump, hydrated look.
Got it. So we have castor oil, the soother and sealant, and then snail mucin, the moisture magnet. I'm starting to see why people are putting these two together.
Totally. It's like a 1-2 punch for hydration.
Nice.
But it's not just about adding moisture. They both have properties that can actually improve your skin's overall health.
Yeah. So this blog post is talking about how castor oil can do everything, from reducing wrinkles to fading acne scars. And this TikToker we have, she's like raving about how the combo has improved her skin texture and tone.
Yeah, and there's a reason for that. Snail mucin has glycolic acid. It's a gentle exfoliant that helps to remove dead skin cells and promote cell turnover. Oh, so it's like a mini facial.
Right. It's like a mini facial that reveals brighter, smoother skin underneath.
So we have the hydration from both ingredients, the potential soothing and healing from castor oil, and then the gentle exfoliation from snail mucin. It's like hitting all the major skincare goals.
It is.
Yeah.
And when you think about how they work together, it makes even more sense.
Yeah.
So imagine this snail mucin draws in all that moisture, making your skin plump and hydrated, right? And then castor oil with its fatty acids comes in to lock that moisture in, creating a protective barrier on the skin surface.
Wow. So it's like a tag team.
Right, a tag team for ultimate skin hydration and repair.
It sounds like this is more than just a trend.
Definitely.
Is there any science behind all of this, or is it just like bloggers and TikTokers?
Well, anecdotal evidence can be powerful, especially when so many people are experiencing those positive results. But there's definitely a scientific basis for why this combo works. So remember how we were talking about castor oil's ricinoleic acid being anti-inflammatory?
Yeah. Well, that means it can help to calm redness and irritation, which is especially helpful for people with sensitive skin or conditions like eczema.
Oh, yeah. And all of log even mentions that castor oil can be used for wound healing. So I can see how that could help with acne scars and other blemishes.
Yeah, exactly. And snail mucin, with its glycolic acid, goes beyond just exfoliation. It can actually stimulate collagen production.
Oh, wow. So is this like anti-aging?
Yeah, which is essential for maintaining your skin's elasticity and youthful appearance.
So this combo isn't just about hydration and a healthy glow. It might actually help slow down the aging process.
There's definitely potential there. And the fact that both ingredients are naturally derived is really appealing to a lot of people who are looking for gentler alternatives to harsh chemicals.
Right. I mean, I'm sold on the concept, but I'm still a little hesitant about the snail mucin. Is it actually safe to put that on your skin?
Yeah, I understand why you'd be skeptical, but the snail mucin that's used in skincare products goes through this whole filtration process to remove impurities, so it's totally safe for topical use. Plus, remember, it's been used for its healing properties since ancient times.
I guess it's kind of like how people used to think putting avocado on their face was weird,
Right.
and now it's in every skincare product. So maybe snail mucin is just ahead of his time.
Maybe so. But before we get too ahead of ourselves,
Okay.
let's talk about how to actually use these two ingredients effectively, because it's important to do it right.
Yeah. Let's get practical.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing you can't just slather on any old castor oil and expect amazing results.
Yeah, you're right. Quality matters.
Yeah.
When you're choosing castor oil, you want to look for cold-pressed hexane-free oil.
Okay.
This makes sure you're getting the purest form without any of those harmful solvents.
Okay. And what about the Snail Mucin, the TikToker we have? She's using a specific Korean brand, COSRX. Are there other good options out there?
There are definitely a lot of great Snail Mucin products on the market, but just like with any skincare product, it's important to do your research and choose a reputable brand that lists snail secretion filtrate as like a key ingredient.
Okay. So we've got our high-quality castor oil and our Snail Mucin serum. Now what, do we just mix them together and apply?
So there are a few different ways to use this combination. You can mix a few drops of castor oil directly into your Snail Mucin serum for like a super hydrating boost, or you can layer them separately, applying the Snail Mucin first and then sealing it in with a thin layer of castor oil.
Ah, so it's all about like customizing based on
Exactly.
your skin type.
Right, exactly. And remember, a little goes a long way, especially with castor oil. It's a thick oil, so you don't need much to reap its benefits. Start with a small amount and adjust as needed.
I love how like DIY and customizable this is. It's
Yeah.
like creating a little skincare potion.
It can be fun to experiment and find what works best for you.
Right.
But just like with any new skincare routine, it's always wise to start slow and be patient.
Good advice.
Yeah,
Because I'm like the opposite.
yeah,
I want results like that day.
yeah.
But okay, I'm willing to give this combo a fair shot.
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Now, before we move on to discussing the specific benefits for different skin types, I want to emphasize one more thing. Patch testing.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't want any
Yeah,
unwanted irritation.
exactly. Even though both ingredients are generally considered safe, it's always a good idea to test a small area of your skin first, especially if you have sensitive skin. Apply a small amount of the mixture to your inner forearm and wait 24 hours to see if you experience any redness, itching, or other adverse reactions.
Safety first.
Yeah.
Always. Okay, so we've covered the basics of castor oil and Snail Mucin, why this combination is gaining traction, and some tips for using it safely.
Now let's delve into the specific benefits for different skin types and concerns, because while this combo is known for its hydrating and anti-aging properties, it can potentially offer a lot more than that.
Ooh, this is where it gets interesting. I'm eager to find out how this duo can address other skin issues, especially for those with oily, acne-prone skin. Stay tuned, because we'll be right back to explore those benefits in detail.
Okay, so you might be thinking Snail Mucin and castor oil sound great for dry skin,
Hmm.
but what about those of us who are a little bit more on the oilier side?
Right, because I feel like a lot of people just assume oils are like off limits for oily skin.
Yeah.
But is that true with castor oil?
Well, it's not as simple as it seems. Remember, castor oil has those antimicrobial properties,
Right.
meaning it can actually help keep pores clear and reduce acne breakouts.
Interesting. So even if you're dealing with excess oil, you could still benefit from the hydration and all the reparative property.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that makes this combo so intriguing. You
Yeah.
know, it has the potential to address a wide range of skin concerns, not just dryness and aging.
Yeah. And actually, the TikToker we have mentioned that she used to struggle with acne
Mm-hmm.
and that using snail mucin and castor oil actually helped to clear up her skin.
Right. That's anecdotal evidence, of course. But it does align with the properties of both ingredients. So snail mucin, with its gentle exfoliating action, can help to remove excess oil and dead skin cells, which can clog pores and lead to breakouts.
Okay. And then I'm guessing the castor oil, with its anti-inflammatory properties, could help to reduce the redness and inflammation that comes with acne.
Precisely. So it's not just about dryness and wrinkles. This combination could be a game changer for people dealing with acne and oily skin, too.
Okay. So we've talked about dry skin, oily skin, acne.
Yeah.
Are there any other skin concerns this might be beneficial for?
Well, there's a lot of anecdotal evidence suggesting that it could be helpful for people with eczema or psoriasis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know, those anti-inflammatory and moisturizing properties we keep talking
Mhm.
about could really come in handy for those dealing with dry, itchy, irritated skin.
Right. And the blog we have actually mentions how castor oil helped to soothe their eczema flare-ups.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like those fatty acids really do create a protective barrier that locks in moisture and keeps irritants out.
Exactly. And snail mucin, with its humectant properties, can further enhance that hydration, creating a double layer of protection and relief.
This is all sounding incredibly promising. But, as with any skincare routine, I imagine it's important to find the right balance and customize the application based on your individual needs.
Absolutely. For example, if you have very sensitive skin, you might want to start with a smaller amount of castor oil, as it can be quite heavy for some people.
Yeah, that's a good point. And what about layering versus mixing? Is there like a preferred method?
It really depends on your personal preference and skin type. Some people find that mixing a few drops of castor oil into their snail mucin serum creates a nice hydrating blend that's easy to apply.
And then layering gives you more control over the amount of each ingredient you're using.
Exactly. So you could apply a thin layer of snail mucin serum first, let it absorb, and then follow up with a light layer of castor oil to seal it in.
Okay, so it's really customizable.
Yeah.
If your skin is feeling extra dry, you might add a bit more castor oil. If it's feeling a bit oilier, you might skip the castor oil altogether or just use it as a spot treatment on dry patches.
Exactly. It's all about finding what works best for you and your skin. And the key takeaway here is that snail mucin and castor oil, while seemingly an odd couple, complement each other in a way that can benefit a wide range of skin types and concerns.
It's not just about achieving that coveted glass skin look.
Yeah,
It's about promoting healthy, balanced skin from the inside out.
that's a great way to put it. And it speaks to a larger trend we're seeing in skincare, where people are moving away from harsh chemicals and complicated routines in favor of gentler, more natural solutions that focus on nourishing and supporting the skin's natural functions.
Right. I think that's why this combo is resonating with so many people. It's
Yeah.
simple, it's effective, and it's aligned with this growing desire for a more holistic approach to skincare.
I completely agree. And as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with a few final thoughts to consider as they embark on their own snail mucin and castor oil journey.
Okay, let's hear it. What are your parting words of wisdom?
First, remember that quality matters. Invest in high-quality, cold-pressed, hexane-free castor oil and a reputable snail mucin product.
Okay.
This will ensure you're getting the most benefits and avoiding any potential irritants.
Right. And of course, patch testing is non-negotiable,
Absolutely.
especially if you have sensitive skin or are prone to allergies.
Absolutely. It's always better to err on the side of caution and give your skin a chance to adjust to new ingredients.
Good advice.
Hmm.
And lastly, embrace the power of experimentation.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to try different application methods. Adjust the amounts as needed and find what works best for your unique skin.
Skincare is a journey, not a destination. So have fun with it. Be patient and enjoy the process of discovering what makes your skin happy and healthy.
Wow. It's amazing how these two ingredients, snail mucin and castor oil, they seem so different at first glance, but they work so well together.
Yeah, it's really the beauty of nature. Sometimes the most unexpected combinations lead to the best results. And it really shows how powerful it can be to take a holistic approach to skincare. Considering how different ingredients can actually work together and boost each other's benefits.
Yeah. It's like they say, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And in this case, I think that's true with the snail mucin and castor oil combo.
I agree. And, as we've been talking about all this, I've been thinking about how this combo fits into like a bigger trend we're seeing in skincare, this focus on skin barrier health.
Yeah, you're right. There's been so much talk lately about keeping a strong, healthy skin barrier. And it makes sense.
Yeah.
A healthy skin barrier keeps moisture in and keeps all the bad stuff out.
Right, exactly. And both snail mucin and castor oil can actually help with that.
Really?
Yeah, snail mucin with its like humectant properties helps draw in moisture, keep the skin hydrated, which is
Yeah.
like super important for a strong barrier.
Okay. And then castor oil with its fatty acids acts as a sealant, locking in that moisture.
Exactly. Creating a protective layer on the skin.
Oh, wow. So it's like they're working together to strengthen your skin's defenses.
Right. And a strong skin barrier is key for preventing all sorts of problems, from dryness and irritation to breakouts and even premature aging.
So it's not just about dealing with specific issues. It's about building a foundation of healthy skin that can handle environmental stressors and aging.
Exactly. It's more like a preventative approach to skincare, which I think is really smart. And it goes with this idea that true beauty comes from within, from a healthy, balanced body and a strong, resilient skin barrier.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's about nourishing your skin from the inside out. And I think this combo really embodies that.
Yeah, it does. And it reminds us that sometimes the most effective solutions are the simplest ones. You don't always need this complicated routine with a ton of products.
Right.
Sometimes all you need is a few key ingredients that work together to support your skin's natural functions.
Well said.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of snail mucin and castor oil,
Yeah.
I really encourage everyone listening to embrace this combination.
Yeah.
Do your research. Choose high-quality products.
Yeah.
Batch test. And experiment to find what works best for you. And who knows? maybe this unlikely duo will become your new skincare go-to.
I hope so.
And remember, you can find links to purchase both castor oil and snail mucin in the show notes.
Until next time.
Happy experimenting, and keep diving deep.